and fire away. We're a small group. This is for you. This call is for you. You want to know things. You need to get real assurance and certainty that you can run this business on a long term. And therefore, I'm there to answer all of your questions.
Can you paint us a picture, about the broker house, about the liquidity provider, and, like paint us a picture of how it all works, and
No problem. No problem.
yeah, and how we can sustain a long-term business. Thank you.
Absolutely no problem. Absolutely. So first of all, guys, that the broker itself, when you just have a look from the outside of it and say, ooh, offshore, last year just created, looks a bit not that nice. But you need to know that these guys did this on purpose. So they created this broker on purpose for HFT trading. Some of you may know that it's not that easy to place HFT bots on a broker. Most of the brokers, they don't even take you. And if they take you, they ban you after a couple of months because you do too much profits. And this is because of the liquidity providers in the back. When they do it properly, we need to say that. So when you do proper A-book broking, you always have the liquidity provider in the back. And the liquidity provider, when you only have one, you need to see what amount of money this is for him. It's getting too profitable. It sounds weird, but this is the case. So therefore, we created this broker because we wanted to avoid the risk of a third party inside who after a while says, sorry, we don't do this with you anymore. So what we are doing, and this will paint you the biggest picture at all, I think in about 1 week or something, Cermak LLC will open the gates not only for SkAInet customers. So SkAInet is just, like I said, the branded product, what we do exclusively on the broker, but Cermak will open to everyone. So everyone has the chance then there to create their accounts, to do trading, not with the conditions that we have, and also, of course, not with the bots, because we don't take us competitors inside our business, but you can trade there. And you will see that it's proper A-book broking. And A-book broking means long-term base. Why long-term base? Because the broker can't work against you. In B-book, of course, it takes half a year, when the amount, the trading volume is getting higher and higher and higher, there comes a point when they say, okay, thank you, now we have enough. We plug off the system, you make losses, and the money is with the B-book broker. A-book means this takes a long time also for the broker to make this business profitable. Why? Because he's giving it away to the liquidity providers. So we not only have one, we have more of them. Because when you run HFT, you need more of them. So what we do, there is an institutional platform called 10. On this platform, you have, this is kind of a marketplace where brokers meet liquidity providers. And I showed this, what was it, a week ago, 1.5 weeks ago when we had the last call. I showed this to a couple of people, Code was involved, Stempan was involved. You saw there the sheet that we do actually forward really the money to the liquidity provider. The liquidity provider itself, we don't mention. This is something we keep as confidential, but you see there or saw on this sheet that we actually do A-book broking. I showed it for a very small audience, and I said, please guys, don't take screenshots. And it took an hour, and I saw it in a completely different group. In the German group, there was this screenshot from a guy who was not even attending the call. So therefore, let's wait this week, and you will see Cermak will open the gates, and there is really shown that everything is proper A-book brokerage. And this is the long-term thing, like I told you, because A-book, it's fine when we increase the business. So right now, this is, I can tell you honestly, so right now we have around 1 million trading volume inside. We're just in the beginning. So, but 1 million, what is that? When you give it directly away to the liquidity provider, the broker itself, of course, they earn money on the spreads, but not to that amount that they say, oh, we are fine with that. We want to close the business now. They actually know that when we do this long term, we're speaking about, and all of you already did this with big teams, we're speaking about a couple of hundred of millions trading volume. And then the broker earns money because he's doing A-book brokering. I hope this answers the question. It gives a little bit more also for you guys confidence in what we're doing, because I totally understand this question. So many companies in this market actually was telling you a lot of nice stories, but they never proved it. And this is what we want to do. We want to have this transparency to give you really the confidence, the proof that what we are doing is just not only words, it really we mean it. And we do. And therefore we open Cermak also that everyone can see.
Is er een procedure?
So then once again, officially warm welcome to today's Friday presentation. As always, since 4 weeks we are doing this, 4 weeks on the market, today exactly on the day. It was amazing and exciting 4 weeks. We achieved a lot. We are very good on track. Everything is proper. The community, and I hope that you will admit that the community is happy about what's really happening every single day with the trading. And if you're new, you don't know exactly what we're talking about, then listen carefully the next 20 to 25 minutes, because I will give you a first impression and overview about our fabulous project. So therefore, I will share my screen. And today we're talking about SkAInet Systems. Before we do that, a short disclaimer. This is no financial or investment advisory. As I said, this is just for you to get all the proper information to afterwards then make a decision, or even when you have more questions to go more deeper inside of it. Therefore, please reach out to the person who invited you to this call to clarify all your open questions, because it's much, much important that you actually have everything clear for you, that you afterwards can say, okay, this is something that gives me benefit, or maybe also not really mine. Oh, this was the wrong way around. So once again, welcome to SkAInet. What is SkAInet? SkAInet is not a company. SkAInet is a 100% branded product of the responsible broker for this whole business. And this broker is called Cermak LLC. This broker was founded last year solely for the purpose to invent and now run high-frequency trading bots. The most profitable and powerful way in Forex trading to generate long-term stable profits. Forex market, I mentioned it already. Most of the people under Forex only have the foreign exchange market in their mind, means currencies against each other, like for example, dollars to euros. But Forex includes much more. Forex provides opportunities to trade, of course, currencies, but also indices, commodities, and many other things. And what we are actually doing in this market, we are trading indices. The Forex market itself is the biggest financial market existing. The average daily trading volume is 7.5 trillion US dollars. This is alone an increase of 14% in the last 5 years, means from 2019 till today. And I mentioned already that we do this with so-called high-frequency trading bots. What is high-frequency trading? High-frequency trading is trading not by human hands. High-frequency trading is made by a bot or an artificial intelligence. What does it do? It boosts liquidity into the market and allows within seconds, sometimes even fragments of a second, to execute trades. And therefore, it narrows bid-ask spread and reduce trading costs and transaction fees. Very important that you reduce also costs in the process of trading. But HFT is also criticized. Why? HFT is criticized because it's very expensive and it allows large companies who can easily afford that to gain on a long-term base upper hand in trading. We know that in trading, no money is created. The money is just shifted. It's going from one party to the other. When you win something, on the other hand, there needs to be someone or even more who are losing. So this is the reason why most of us, because it is expensive, couldn't use high-frequency trading so far. And our vision is to change that. We wanted in the beginning, and now we're actually doing, we are making high-frequency trading accessible and affordable for the masses. How do we do that? With our 3 different products. We have 3 different bots, and all these bots are trading the same strategy. I told you already, what we're doing is indice trading. What is an indice? Indice, for example, the US 30, this is what we are trading. This is an American stock exchange indice where the 30 biggest US companies are inside. Everyone, or all these bots, like I said, are trading the same strategy. The difference is just the risk profile. What does it mean? The bot on the left side, for example, is the one with the less risk. The more you go to the right side, T1000, TX, the higher is the risk. But how do you measure the risk here? Very easy, the numbers of trades that are made on a day. Single trade, it's a risk. And you should know that. And everyone in this market should explain you that of course, trading and financial things are risky. The highest risk you can have is the risk of total loss. I don't want to scare you out with that. I just don't want to give you proper information. But what you can do, you can minimize the risk very extremely. And this is what we're doing in high frequency. Due to this very, very short terms of trades when they're open, I told you, it's in seconds, sometimes even fragments of a second. You can't have these unexpected market movements like you have them when you have a trade open maybe for a day or sometimes even overnight. But yes, of course, every trade is a risk. So this means the more trades you do on a day, the higher is your risk. But on the other hand, also the higher is your opportunity to have bigger performance. So when you say, I would like to avoid risk as much as possible, absolutely no worries. Then for you, the right bot, the right strategy would be P800. The more you are risky, the more you would like to go into higher performance, then you can choose T1000 or TX. I told you that we wanted to make this affordable and accessible for the masses. How do we do that? We are offering these bots for annual fees, for very low annual fees. $29.99, $49.99, and $99.99. Normally, I told you that HFT is at the moment for large companies because they can afford to implement these bots. They are very expensive. A bot alone costs around $100,000. Alone the protocol means the data connection between the bot and the exchange costs you $70,000 a month. So now we brought this down to this very low entry points, but on this side, we also cut like a little bit profit from the market, from the broker. Why did we do that? Because the broker is earning on selling the bots. With us, not possible. So we found the solution, and I will tell you later how we do this. First of all, important for you, these strategies were tested on a private server 2 years before we actually started them live on the 22nd of May this year. And on these private servers, we made an average performance of 20, 30, and 40% monthly. Of course, this is like I told you, past performance, and this does not guarantee any future results. Just that you get an impression of what these bots are capable of doing. To start, to also gain your profit on a daily basis, you need to deposit at least minimum 100 US dollars. You can increase this deposit at any time if you want. You can also actually start with a higher amount. This is completely up to you, but the lowest entry is 100 US dollars in deposit. And this deposit you see there has a lock period of 6 months. Why? And now comes the explanation, the solution that we needed to find to make this HFT trading affordable for everyone. First of all, I told you, the broker is normally earning on the selling of the bots. With us, with an annual fee, this is not really money what he's gaining there. On the second hand, a broker is earning on so-called spread. In every single trade, there is a spread. This is a little price difference where the broker is earning within these trades. But we have special conditions. You saw it on the page. On these special conditions, we reduce these costs extremely. And these costs includes also the broker fee. And these spreads are so low that they're only cents. Means also with them alone, solely, he doesn't earn money. What we needed to give him an assurance that also the broker as a company earns money because he needs to calculate. When this business is not profitable for him, he would shut down the doors. And that's normal. A company always needs to work profitable. So what is the solution we found? This is the deposit lock. When you calculate and say these minimum $100 of a growing community makes in total after a while a certain trading volume. Let it be 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, whatever. But when the broker can calculate with this amount for at least 6 months, he knows that all these little spreads from every single member, in summary, makes an amount that he can really start to work profitable. And this makes this business also for him assured. And this is what we found as a solution. You get low entry points. The broker has the assurance that he knows, okay, for at least minimum 6 months, I have a certain trading volume. And where do you see all of that? What you see first is, you have here on the right side, you see here a screenshot of my FX book. I told you that trades are made since live since May 22nd. You see this here on the screen. May 22nd we start, and you can see every single of our strategy on this MyFX book. You see completely every single trade we made. You see the ratio between profit here at the top. You see 87.66% to the risk, the drawdown, 3.11%. And when you see this ratio, people of you who are experienced in trading, they will say, what? This is normally not possible. It is. It is possible through HFT because we can reduce this risk extremely by just having very, very short trades. These profits you saw there, these 20, 30, 40%, and these are just examples based on the past. You see here a profit since May 22nd, 87%. They are split. So what do we do? The deposits of the customer are going 100% for every single customer into their trading account. And they are producing from day one on profits for you. When you gain profits, then these profits are split. Normally, on every broker, you have a so-called performance fee. We don't take a performance fee. What we are doing, we take 50% of the daily profit of every member and give them into the compensation plan. Means everything stays in the community, 50% with you as a member, and 50% in our community. Let's do an example. When there is a profit of $100, this will be split into 2 equal parts. 50% will be allocated to you as a user, and the remaining $50 will be designated for this compensation plan. At the end of the presentation, I'll show you what you can also gain out of this. And you see here, I told you already, MyFX book. From the beginning, we wanted to be different to the market. Our vision was always to create the most transparent and trustworthy system in this industry. And therefore, we decided to show you everything. On my VIX book, you can see every single day after the trading day is closed. Mostly it's updated in late evening, beginning of the night. There you can really check everything into deep. On a daily basis, while the trading is running, you can check your MetaTrader 5. What is MetaTrader 5? MetaTrader 5 is a live platform where every single trade is shown. Every one of our users gets his own access. You can see there when the session is started what the bot is doing, where is gaining money from you. What is MetaTrader 5? It's a professional multi-asset class platform where, as I told you already, as a multi-platform, you can see every trade. You can download either app on the App Store or Google Play Store, or you use the web application. MetaTrader 5 is also a quality seal for us. Why is that? Back in the days, nearly everyone could just buy a license for MetaTrader. But unfortunately, a lot of companies in this industry was not really working properly. They had a so-called dealer plugin where they could, at the end, a little bit make the results that they look kind of a bit better. Because of that, MQ, MetaQuotes, the company who provides the MetaTrader, needs to now run an audit on every single company who wants to partner up with them. They are sitting on the Bahamas, means they run under the authority of the SEC, and this is the financial authority of the United States of America. And they made it mandatory for MetaQuotes that they need to run this audit on every company. This audit includes check of the complete system, check if you work properly, check if all the responsible persons are really capable of doing that business, if there was anywhere involved in any fraud, scam or something. When all of this over, at the end, there are personal interviews with every responsible person, and only then, when everything is good, everything is proper, you get the license. This took us a period of around 6 months, and after these 6 months, we got a license, and now we can use officially MetaTrader 5. So what does it mean for you? By signing up on SkAInet Systems, remember, branded product of Cermak LLC, you directly open up an account automatically on Cermak LLC, on the responsible broker. From there, you get directly, when you activate your bot, your access login data to MetaTrader 5. Just download the app or use your web application, type in these login data, and then your bot is connected to MetaTrader 5 and you see the live trades. When you want to see that, mostly please switch it on when the London Stock Exchange has its opening hours. Why is that? Because this bot just works properly under specific market situations, and it needs most definitely volatility in the market. And the biggest movement means volatility in the market is always in the opening sessions. So 8:30, 9 a.m. London time in the morning, and you can see what's happening with your deposit. Means actually how much money or how much percentage do you gain on that day. And when you say, nice information, but still I don't know, I would love to see a little bit more, absolutely no problem. Everyone can download within seconds, without any risk, without any cost, our demo bot for free, and can test it 14 days. These demo bots, we have 3 of them that are the actual strategies, T800, T1000, and TX. They are completely the same. The only thing is you don't need to pay for them. You just have an overview of 14 days and can see what would have happened to my invest, what I typed in there but never paid, in these 14 days. After 14 days, this access expires, and later then you need to make a decision. This was the product. Very simple, very easy to understand, very profitable, and most of all, and very important, gaining profits every single day. And I told you that from these profits, 50% are going into a so-called compensation plan. And now I would love to switch to this part of the presentation because there is more in the back. When you was invited to this webinar, there was a reason behind it. First of all, the reason is that someone would like you to get all the information about this amazing project, because this person is actually quite happy that he or she is earning on every single day, and would also give you the same opportunity. But there is also something else. You can, for every referral, the company rewards you. It means when you refer something that you use for yourself and you're happy with that, normally you get nothing for it. Here in this case, the company rewards you for every single referral you do in 3 different ways. The first way, the first income stream, is a so-called direct bonus. For this direct bonus, you don't even need an own bot, and you don't need to make a deposit. The only thing that you need to do is sign up. And then you earn a 15% commission on the annual fee of a bot of the person you referred. For example, you refer this to me. I say, amazing, I like it. I would like to start with the TX, with the biggest one for $99.99. Then you would get around $15 US, means 15% from it, instantly, just one time, and only for your direct referrals. You see this here, you have 2 persons, here 15% on the fee of the bot, here 15% on the fee of the bot. But that's not all. This is just the beginning. The next one, and this is actually where the 50% are going inside. You remember, 50% of the daily profit stays with you as a member, 50% goes into the compensation plan. And this is this part called team bonus. How much of these 50% you can earn now? This depends on the level of commission you are actually in. Everyone, by just activating the bot and paying their deposit, starts on the level 1, 10% commission on profits. So this means you refer this to me, I make $1 US profit on the next day. From this $1 US, 50 cents, the half of it stays with me as a member. The rest goes into the compensation plan. And from this amount, you get 10 cents. Why? Because from the 100% of profit from this $1, you get 10%. Would you have been in level number 2, from the same $1, you wouldn't get any more 10 cents, means 10%. No, you will get 15%, what's then 15 cents. How do you level up? By team turnover. What is a team turnover? You see this here in this picture. You see, this is you. You refer this to people. When these people are as happy as you are with the system, what will they do? They start to refer as well. And this, in the best case, never ends. This goes infinitely deep. This can go into 100, 200, 300 lines. Of course, it takes time. What I want to say you with that is that we don't cut it off. No matter how deep your network grows, no matter how wide your network grows, everything counts for you. And when you see this as your whole network, what needs to be achieved? 5,000 US dollars in total in deposits in this team. There is no time limit, no nothing. As soon as you reach that, you will level up to 15% commission on profit. The next milestone is 25,000 US dollars deposits in your complete team. Then you level up to 20%. And this goes on and on and on till you reach the last level with 50% commission on profits. But this last level also means that you need to bring with your team in total 10 million US dollars in deposits. And let's make an example how this looks like. This is you. You would have been in this example in level 10. You get 50% commission on the profits. And here is something that is different between your first liners and this so-called downline. On your first liners, on these three people here, you always get the full amount. So means this first liner, for example, makes profit of 100 US dollars. 50 US dollars stays with this person. 50 US dollars goes to you. Why? Because you have 50% commission. Same here, same here. Always on the first liner, you get the amount according to the level you're in. Would you be in level 40%, means level 8, you would get 40 US dollars. Everything this means what's coming from this complete downline is summed up. This is a lone standing person. Here you have many, many people. And let's do an example here as well. From this complete downline, there would be $1,000 profit on a day because profits are paid out daily. $1,000 profits on one day. You don't get 50% on it even if you're in level 10. No, you get the difference between your level, means your percentage, and the level and percentage of your first liner. In this case here, it's 15%. Why 15%? Because you have 50. This person is in level 6, has 35%, means the difference, bonus difference is 15%. On $1,000, you get then $150. This person here, this complete downline makes the same $1,000. This person is a little bit higher in the level. It's level 7 instead of level 6. This person gets 40%. What do you get now on the $1,000 profits? 10%. The difference between 40 and 50 means $100. Here, someone even higher in level 8, there is your difference on $1,000 profit, please, just an example, 5%, means $50. The higher the level, the lower the difference. The lower the level, the higher the difference. So, but here you see as well, that's important when you want to do this a little bit more professional, this referral system, then please be aware that you spread it a little bit wider, that you not only work on 1 or 2 lines, that you have at least 3, 4, 5, because then you can spread it and can see that you have good difference to your teams. And important is you are responsible for these people here. You are responsible that these people are successful. Don't think of yourself. Think, what can I do? How can I help these people here to achieve their goals? The more successful you make them, the more successful you are. We're speaking about duplication. We're not speaking about anything selling. You don't sell a product. You help people to, in the end, create a better life for them. And then we have something else on top. It's a so-called partner program. And this partner program has no levels. This has ranks. These ranks, you see also here again the turnover. This is exactly the same that you had in the levels before, starting from 5,000 US dollars going to 10 million US dollars. The only thing on top here is that to these deposits, you only need to do something. You need to increase for rank achievements your own deposit. You start minimum with $100. You needed to increase to $300 to get rank number 2. And as a bonus, as a reward from the company, you get $50. The next rank up would be when you have 25,000 US dollars in turnover and your own deposit is $500. Then you can choose if you take Apple AirPods or $100 in USDT, because everything you purchase and everything you withdraw is in USDT. ERC20 at the moment, but we are working on more payment solutions that you can choose more chains, maybe even more points. But we're not there right now. Right now with USDT ERC20. And you see, you rank up more and more. The higher your deposit get, the higher the team turnover gets. You could say, no, that's fine. This is only counting for gifts. Do I need gifts? Let's see on the next slide, because this rank 10 unlocks the last income stream, and this is a very powerful one. But to come to this rank 10, and not only to the rank 10, to every single rank, you need to have one thing in mind. That's for a rank achievement, you need minimum 2 lines. Why? Because for every single rank, only 50% of your strongest line counts. So for example, you would have a line that produces 1 million US dollars deposit. So you could say, no, 1 million US dollars deposit, that's amazing, I'm in rank 8. Unfortunately not. But half of it, 50%, would be what? 500,000. So let's see, it would be in rank 7. No, unfortunately also not. Because for every single rank, only the half of what you need for this rank is counted. So even if you have here 1 million, from this 1 million line, only 2,500 is counting. Here would be 12,500 counting. Here would be 25,000 counting. So you need to see, you need to spread a little bit more wide. Better not only 2 lines, even a bit more to spread it a little bit. So now we assume you would have reached rank number 10. What happens for you? The last income stream is unlocked for you, and this is a pool bonus. In this pool, 5% of the daily profits of the whole company are going inside. And these profits are then equally shared between all rank 10 achievers. Remember back, 10 million in deposits with your whole team and 50,000 US dollars your own personal deposit. Then you're in rank 10, and then you get every single day this bonus, this pool of 5% of the complete company's profits. Are you alone in this pool? You will get, for example, let's say there would be $50,000 inside, you will get them completely. When you share this with, in this example, 3 people, when there are 3 rank 10 achievers, you have 60,666. Totally easy. The bonus per person is the total profit times 5 divided through the number of rank 10 achievers. And last but not least, very important, I mentioned this already, our vision is not only to make this business accessible and affordable for everyone, no, to make it to 100% transparent and trustworthy. And therefore, in the middle, you see, of course, we are running a legal business. This company, this broker was created last year with an offshore license. And with its offshore license, it's an international brokerage and clearinghouse license. This broker is allowed to work legal all around the world. And left and right, you see the 2 logos, one MyFXbox, the other MetaTrader 5, what I showed you already, where every of our members can completely transparently see what's happening on a daily basis with their money. Future trends, today's profits. I say thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for listening.
Good morning, guys. So many of you ask me how can we redeposit our profits to our live trading account. So the process is quite easy. The only thing you need is that minimum $50. So basically you go on finance, then you go on payment. Once you're in payment, we are going for purchase. So you select here the tab, sorry, here, deposit to trading. Here I'm going to select if I want to use an external payment, which is not the case in this tutorial, but an internal payment, because the money is already in the back office. So I go on internal. Here it says that I have 58, but you have seen that I have 57. So if I put 58, it will not work. So I put 57, and then I go back and I click on deposit. Payment success. So now I'm going to go back to my products and my bots, and here you go. I had 1050 from the first redeposit, and now I made a new redeposit of 57 for a total of $1,107. Have a good day.
Okay,
So guys, you
Michael,
tell me.
while waiting for more questions to drop in, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you were
Of course,
born
of course,
where
of
you
course.
were, and
Of course.
your life background in short, please.
Is it just on my end, or is the connection a bit weak that it's stucking a little bit, or is it me?
That's from Michael's side, because it's happening on
Okay,
both
okay,
sides.
that's from you. Okay, I'm sorry. So what I understood, I can, of course, speak a little bit about myself, but I'm not really important in this sense. Most important are you guys, but that you know who I am. So as you may know and see, my name is Michael. I'm 47 years, I would say young, because I don't feel old. I don't know how 47-year-old people feel. For me, age is just a number. Like also, I love to enjoy life. I love to have fun in the life because it's actually in this body the only I have, and therefore I need to enjoy it. So I'm born and raised in Germany, but I left this far more beautiful country 2.5 years ago because the mindset of German people is not really my mindset. I think I'm the most untypical German you've ever met because I'm not full of doubts, not full of restrictions. I always wanted to do something different in my life. And most important thing always for me was the freedom of choice. So that I myself can decide what to do, with whom to do, and when to do, and also where to do. And yeah, it's called a little bit kind of a rebel. My father is the typical German. I love him till the extent, but we are so different. We have actually not really something in common. So for him, it's like the German attitude. You need to work hard to make a good income, to have a good life. For me, I would like to look, or I always said, I like to work smart, not hard, because I'm actually not on this planet to work. This is kind of modern slavery for me. So I always was looking for ways to, yeah, have residual income streams, passive income streams from things where I could kind of duplicate myself, and therefore network marketing is the best industry. And I joined this industry over 20 years ago, and I love it. But I'm coming most from the corporate side because what I figured out, I'm pretty much good in helping other people, especially people from the Western European region who are in this strict mindset that you need to follow one course. You need to just not look left or right. Just please, yeah, be kind of, yeah, not slavery, it's too hard to say, but this employment mindset, skill set. This don't think by yourself, just follow what someone else is telling you. And I help them to open their minds and yeah, to kind of think outside of the box. So something to me, what I told you already, 47 years young. Now, 5 weeks ago, I married here on Bali. This is actually where I am right now. I have an 11-year-old daughter, and yeah, what else to say? I do have hobbies. Yeah, football, kind of. I was a former. Now, we needed to give the broker a certainty. A bit more.
I have also a question. You cannot put your commission and the trading bot.
You cannot direct. Sorry, for MetaQuote that every company who wants to partner up now with MetaQuotes to actually get access to MT5 or MT4, all the MT traders, needs to run an audit.
And run with the money.
Of course.
The one that asked the question also asked, what is...
Of course.
We know all of that. We know all of that. What you give, you receive. So when
profits every single day and you get commissions every single day. I don't like this.
Strategy, because people don't like to wait and have something in plan that you can withdraw only from that day to that day, and that's it. And when people are going to be able to withdraw every day, every minute of the day, you are going to build a big trust on that one.
And this is what I wanted. So guys, this is my part in the game, and I'm since 20 years in this business. So, and I know exactly the needs of a networker. First of all, for newcomers, they need to earn directly money. So every effort you put inside needs to be directly rewarded, especially in the beginning. Otherwise, you lose the trust in the whole business. Because people from the outside are telling you, oh, I earn a lot of money there, then you try and you don't earn nothing. So therefore, we needed, first of all, we made this direct bonus for nearly everyone. It's not much, but it's $15 US. It's $15 US. You do something, you see directly the result. And also you need to pay it out directly. And then to say, oh yes, now you need to wait 5 days till you can get your money. No, it's accessible on the same day. You can pay it out in the latest 24 hours after it is in your wallet.
But this gives an extra motivation for people to go to work. Believe me,
yes,
we know all of that. We know all of that. What you give, you receive. So when people are going to be able to withdraw whenever they want to do, they are going to be excited about it, and they are going to say that to everybody, and everybody is going to go like, what?
Yeah.
Okay,
correct.
so
and this
let's
was
go.
The reason behind.
Yeah.
That was the reason behind.
Yeah, it's a very important one, Michael. Very important one.
I have a question. I've seen this question in a chat somewhere. As you know, Michael, there are a lot of scammers out there.
I know.
They start a business and they get customers, and in weeks or months they just disappear and run with the money.
Of course.
The one that asked the question also asked, what can you tell us to make us feel more safe regarding this, that you will stay on the market and be there with us for at least some years?
First of all, the effort we put it inside over 9 months, just paying everything, not taking any single money. And trust me, it would have been very easy to tell people easily upfront, because we had already 3,500 registered, to tell them, oh, listen, you know what, do your deposit. We didn't do it on purpose, because I don't want any single penny from anyone when not the whole system is up and running. This is point number one. Point number two, all the legit side we did. So means to get this license on MT5, to make everything transparent, to really create and build an own broker for that. I know that also some people have a problem. Oh, they have an own broker. This is for me a little bit suspicious. No, it's not. This, from our end, we discussed this a lot. This is a way for us to secure our community from third parties. Because you may know how brokers mostly work, even if they tell you we're a book, so means we forward everything to the liquidity provider. It's actually not, it's normal practice that they have a mixture on A book and B book. So for example, what you know how a B book broker works other way around. They don't forward the money to the LP. So when the trade is going into losses, they still have your money, and they tell you, listen, you lost everything. I'm so sorry, but they have your money. So at a certain point, they work against you. The higher the trading volume is, the higher is the chance for us, for the whole community, that we lose. And this we didn't want to have. So the only thing also from my end, so I'm the face of this company. So you guys don't know me, but I'm long in this industry. So I don't want to hide in some kind of republic where they don't deport me or something else. What I also did, and I don't have a problem with that, if this gives you a little bit more from my end, trust in my person. Wait a second, I don't have it live here, but what I can show you, wait. I don't know if you can read this. This is my passport. You see by my whole name, you see my age of birth, you see where I'm from. I would do this when I would be here for 1 or 2 months, to be honest, not even for half a year. I'm too long in this industry. I'm tired. Like I told you in the beginning, I'm tired of all this crap, of all this oh, making the fast money. And it's also stupidity. It is stupidity because when we build this business long-term, of course you can, and I'm honest with you guys now, with this kind of system, you can easily scam people and make 20, 30 million within 6 months. Easy. But this is not what we're here for. Because the big money for all of us, not only for the community, also for the rest of the people behind, is coming after a year or two. Why? Because then the network is growing and going so deep that there are so many people inside, and then 20, 30 million is nothing. So we're actually here to stay. I don't want to do this for just a couple of months and do something else afterwards anymore. No.
You know, making fast money, you better rob a bank. It's better.
Yes, of course.
It's better.
Of course.
It's better. It's better to go for long-term stability. And when you have that, guys, what can happen to you? Nothing. Because the long term in network marketing, the day of today, is the ideal of building a community, like you say, Michael, who is going to be consolidated. Guys, you know, when you build a house, you build the foundation. If your foundations are not strong, forget about it. Your house is going to collapse. I know everything about building, network marketing, but also I know everything about building house. And this is important. Long term, we want long term. We don't want to make fast money. We want to make sustainable long-term money. We don't want that people lose money. We want people earn money. And the day of today, the right mentality in network marketing, Michael, you know that. I'm 25 years in the industry. We focus more on people than we focus on money. Don't focus on money, guys. Focus on people. Very important.
People over profit. People over profit. And this is on a long-term base brings to the success. Most of the so-called networkers today are not networkers, they're direct sellers. And I don't want to have direct sellers. I want to have networkers. A strong networkers always taking care of their teams. They don't look at themselves. They look first and foremost to their teams. Make your guys, and this is my thing, I look on you guys as my team because you are my team. I'm the head of this wholesale. The more successful you are, the more successful I am. So, and why should I quit this after 6 months? Because actually this is really starting to work after a year. Then you can't stop this anymore in a positive way. Why should I be so stupid and end this after 6 months? What? Doesn't make any sense. And then I need to hide somewhere. And maybe I have a bit of money then, but I can't really spend it because I'm sitting somewhere completely in isolation. I don't like that. So I have a little daughter. She's not, unfortunately, not living with me because for my first marriage, we broke up, we had divorced. She's living in Europe. I would love to travel free all over the world. Also, not only today, also in 6 months, also in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years. So I don't need this hiding from anything. You can't pay me that much money because I told you from the beginning, I love the freedom of choice. And the freedom of choice includes that I can decide by myself where I am. And as a scammer, you can't decide where you are because then people actually chasing you and they have the right to do that.
Yeah.
I've been in companies before. Maybe this gives you a bit better imagination about myself. I've been in a company before for, it's 5 years ago now? Yeah, 5 years ago now. He hired me also as a CSO, Chief Sales Operator. So the thing is, it sounded very good, also something with trading, but crypto trading, it sounds amazing. But time after time, it was kind of a bit suspicious. And I was asking more and more questions, and he always was trying to find a way around it. And what I did then, I myself contacted directly the broker and said, listen, guys, you need to tell me what's going on there. And they told me the whole story. Everything was built on nothing. It was fake. So what I did, for my end, made a Zoom call with the whole sales and told them, listen, guys, for me, right now, it's over. And I would tell you guys, every one of you, get your money out immediately and go to the authorities and sue this guy. Because this actually is a scammer. I hate scammers. Trust me. I hate them from the bottom of my heart. I hate people who build their wealth on the back of other people, on people who work hard for the money, who would love to achieve something, who would make their life better. And there comes, sorry for saying that, kind of an asshole around the corner and take their money and buy themselves a Rolex, a big car, and live the luxurious life. I hate that. I've never been like that, and I will never be like that. Never.
Yeah, you know what? We know some of them, and they don't have any issue.
No.
by